Can't see anything.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
There we go.
Alright, let me send a link in the Discord. Boop. Boop. Paste. Notifications.
I got dropped to 100.
Okay,
Nice.
right. If you can both exit the level, because that is everything set up now. Everything's been announced. Okay, so I'll go over like I do with every other live stream. You will be doing this in two 15-minute halves, and there'll be a break in between, a 5-minute break. So we'll play for 15 minutes now, 5-minute break, and then another 15 minutes. The last attempt after the timer goes, you are allowed to play out that attempt, and everything after does not count for points. If you use one to deafen, use can, but we went over this, but if you do, put on a timer for 50 minutes so you know when to stop. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to say. For people in the live stream, the one on the top left is Canada, bottom is Turkey, so that should be that. Okay. We are going to set up the timer now, here as well. Right. Your times start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is 15 minutes. They are playing Niffle, not Niffle, the other Niffle level. I don't know if it's just called Niflheim, it might be something else. But, this is a kind of remake of it that looks a lot better. I don't know how similar they played. I haven't actually played Niflheim. But I couldn't choose the other level because it would be way too popular and people, there's probably a lot more people that have beaten that one, so we chose the remake. So same thing as what happened with Clown Control and Crowd Control. We have 4 games on today. It's quite the workload with how it's all went out. But we did have 2 days where we were just screen sharing one game, so it makes sense. And I think they're both gonna reach qualifying here.
They do.
And the next one isn't too far past. That's 1 point for Canada. And Turkey, yeah, I'm just gonna say Turkey through this, but we do have it as the name used in Turkey. But it's easier to pronounce Turkey, so I'll just do it for now. But we could see a complete, nope, 77, just missing the 10 points there. 5 for Turkey, 1 for Canada. Turkey's probably looking for a second qualifying here. And it will happen. $49, that's 1 point, bring them up to 6. Sadly, Canada opened really strong, but can't seem to get past the pre-qualifying part here. that is going to probably be another qualifying for Turkey. At least getting halfway here, we do see that. Can we get to the 5-point mark? Yes! Dies at 77 again, just 5 points. That is 1% away from getting 10 points twice now.
Yeah.
I'm qualifying again for Turkey. Getting into the 60s, we might see a third 77 death here. We'll see what happens. Approaching it now, and no! No, this will be a good run. The ending is very chill here, so this could be a completion. And I believe it is our first completion. That is going to be 20 points to Turkey. And keep in mind, for most people, I believe they expected Canada to win this one, from what I know. So it's interesting to see Canada definitely in the losing end here. Did I miss a qualifying from Canada? When they get to 2?
I think during the big run from Turkey, but I saw it. Both at qualifying.
Yeah. And that's 1 point to Canada and 5 points to Turkey. Turkey is increasing the lead still.
Yeah.
Qualifying again on Turkey's end. Gets into the 70s. We could see 10 points at least here. If we pass 77, it's probably a completion, and we do. Now let's just not die to nerves.
Yeah.
And while that's happening, qualifying from Canada looks to be happening. And as a completion for Turkey, 20 points. Another completion added. That's their second one so far. There's 6 minutes and 15 seconds left of this first half. This is going to be the first big point scoring for Canada. Getting into the 70s, if we don't choke to 77, this also could be a completion. And there's no choking at the ending now. This could be big points. And there we go. A completion. Canada gets 20 points. That is definitely improving their score there. Catching up a good margin there. Still a lot to go because of that first bit. A bit of iffy scoring from Canada. We're gonna see a lot more. And Turkey is also back at qualifying. A 67 death from Turkey, putting them 5 points up, now at 61. If Canada can get past that and get 10 points or higher, then again we'll see more gains on the Canadian side. Qualifying has been reached for Canada, so it is not out of the question. But Canada has struggled on the first half a bit from what we've seen. Is at least looking to match it here with 60%. No, 75. Only gonna match it there. 5 points, putting Canada at 28. And that is Turkey back at qualifying. And we could see another completion on the Turkey side here. Also looking to see qualifying on the Canadian side, and that is going to be a completion for Turkey, 20 more points. That is their third completion. So Canada's gonna really have to match that now and get completion. Any deaths now are going to really expand the lead, and it's looking like not a comebackable score. I mean, it is, but from what we've seen so far. And no, we could get completion here. No! That is a sad death. 10 points to Canada, putting them up to 38. Has UK played yet? Yeah, well, England's played, Wales has also played, and they're separated. Wales didn't do too well. England actually did very well, but they did actually lose their matchup, by, like, 2 points.
Yeah.
There is under 2 minutes for them to score points in this first half here. This is a good run on Turkey's side. Sad death for Canada, not gonna be scoring them anything, but we could see another completion if we don't die to 77, and yes, this could be it for Turkey, bring them up to the 100 point mark with still just over a minute on the clock. And it looks like, yeah, another completion. 101 points, and that is their 4th completion of the tournament. Still comebackable for Canada, but it is looking more unlikely every single attempt. Qualifying for Canada, though. Gets just one singular point, putting them up to 39. And 3, 2, 1, that is time. This is their last attempt. Canada died. Oh, Canada's paused. Nope. We're gonna see one last qualifying from Turkey here. Both of them might get qualifying on their last attempts here, the first half. Yes, we do. And a death at 77, sadly, only 5 points for Turkey.
Yeah, okay.
This is gonna, and nope, Canada dies as well, just 1 point, putting it 40 to 106 on the first half
not doing
there.
very good.
So we'll kick back at 25. You guys can talk about your experience.
I was
Oh my
like so
God.
nervous at the start. I was playing so bad.
Oh, I threw twice at
Kinda-
like the ending of the drop, dude. Oh my
Wow.
God.
I think I died at like the very end of the drop like one time. And I died
I
then.
died like 3 times or something. I genuinely don't even know. Oh my God.
I did not play that well. I probably should have practiced more, but like whatever.
The alarm was going off mid-attempt while I was at like 30, so like I just had to deal with it for like the entire attempt. It was so annoying. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just like I paused and I needed it. I was at like a good spot to pause.
I didn't think I could like actually pause. I actually didn't think that through. I could probably pause now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh God, this level's like so bad. I won't even lie.
Yeah, it's like really bad. I've had to like change quick pattern for like multiple
think-
spots because there's just bugs.
Yeah, I've died to like some places I've never died before from zero. Like
Oh my god, yeah, like it's so annoying.
Like I don't get it.
And then there's like that one dual ball where you just die
Oh.
sometimes unless you do that.
That
over.
swing is so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. That's why I died to it then.
That's fair. Well, I died to last click again at the drop
Ooh,
on my last attempt, which is great. I think
Unfortunate.
that's like my 4th time dying there.
wow.
Oh my God. We have like a 5-minute break now, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's 3 minutes left, but yeah.
Okay. Let me get some water real quick then.
Oh,
I'm so thirsty.
hello, GD Brainrot is in the chat. Is Denmark playing in this? Yeah, Denmark is playing on this. I should probably say that we're on break. Yeah, we are on break right now. Denmark is playing. Wait, let me look at match times. Denmark is actually playing today. They play at 11 p.m. BST today. They're our final match of the day.
Okay.
So then I don't know. Out of all of the European countries, I think Denmark is one of the lesser teams, but I don't know too much about the Denmark team. We'll see. We'll see on the day. They're against Sudan, I think, so it's possible.
Yes.
I think it could be a fair match. But yeah, we'll kick back up in 2 minutes, so they're currently on their break. I'll just say what the other matches we have today are. while we're on the break. So yeah, Sudan versus Denmark is 11 p.m. BST, but after that, an hour from the start of this one, we have Azerbaijan versus Switzerland. I bet you that's gonna be everyone's, like, the match of all time. And then 8 p.m. BST is Russia versus Nigeria. So that also goes on. Who's playing in Denmark for this? I don't know. I think they have a team of a couple people. I don't actually know who. I don't think it's anyone notable. I can check their... whatchamacallit? Their team channel. Where is the Denmark team channel? Unless it's just one person playing. Maybe... No, there it is. Denmark team channel. Some guy called Fat Cow GD. He's the one playing today. Fat Cow GD. I don't know. Can I see where his hardest is? I don't think I can. And then their team captains, like... LXN... Xilinx? I can't even say that name. LXNZTUNE. Whoever that is. But, yeah. Those are the two Danish players. Or not Danish, Denmark. Sorry, Denmark players. Math Genius is also here. Again, everyone's here. Why are you guys all joining on break? This is the only part where no one plays, and then every notable figure joins. That's the wrong time. We should have gone Xindi on the roster. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Right, okay. If you guys... Well, sorry, the break time's up.
Fuck! That's okay.
So, okay. I've set up the 50-minute timer. Again, this is the second half, so this is your final 15 minutes. I'll pull up OBS. Right. Okay. Your timer starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. That is their second 15-minute half starting. Turkey does have quite a large lead. However, Canada can still come back. For new people that join, Canada is on the top left, Turkey's on the bottom. So you know who's who. Yeah, it is entirely possible that Canada does come back here. But with how consistent the Turkish team was, it's not looking too likely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Azerbaijan will sweep all of them, but realistically.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
And Turkey is looking to go pretty far here. Could see a completion here. 84? No, sadly not. Just 10 points. And we're also seeing Canada do pretty well here. Could actually get a gain here. If we see a completion here, that could help. Qualifying on Turkey's end as well. And it's looking for a completion. There's 20 points for Canada. The second one today for the Canada team. But, Turkey's on a run as well, sadly. For Canada team. Not sadly, but, you know what I mean. It's looking like that's gonna be counteracted with a Turkey completion here. And yeah, oh no, no, 10 points again, fumbling at the very end.
Ooh.
The very last click.
Qualifying on the Canada team. Immediate dash, that's 61 points now. I don't think that was qualifying from Canada. I wasn't really paying too much attention. But this is qualifying from Turkey. Oop. Guys, that's just 1 point. 127 now. Why is it silent? It shouldn't be. I mean, if you mean the level of them, of course, their streams are muted. Turkey will need to pretty much not Turkey, Canada will need to over double their points here for anything to happen in terms of them winning this. And Turkey's already on another qualifying run. And as another completion for Turkey, 20 more points added. And that could be matched by Canada here. If we don't choke. Just a couple more clicks to go. And yep, there we go. 20 more points to Canada. Which, does that not tie them? That ties them in completions, I believe.
I think so.
It does.
Not exactly sure, yeah.
sad death for Turkey there. Just a couple percents away from qualifying. Qualifying from Canada. That is just 1 point, sadly. Oops. That is 1 point for Turkey. And qualifying for Turkey again. Qualifying also on Canada's end. And that's a sad death of just one singular point to Canada, where Turkey's looking to get another completion. And it looks to be happening again. 20 points to Turkey. Putting them ahead in completion count. How many times has Turkey beaten the level? 5, I believe. And also reaching qualifying again. There is only 2.5 minutes on the clock here, so yeah, Turkey has definitely won this out of 2. But remember, it's a battle of 4 countries, not 2. Because the other 2 teams still have to play for this group. '82, sadly 10 points again for Turkey, no completion granted. And qualifying for Canada as well. Dies just 1 point granted. That's 1 point to Turkey. Canada's also at qualifying. There's just 35 seconds left here. A pretty deep run on Canada's end. 20, 19. Ooh, a def. Where was that? I didn't even check.
Gonna look at the.
Yeah,
Quickly.
look back there. Look back at it. And that is time. That is their last attempt playing right now. Onyx is looking to see what that was.
It was 68.
Okay.
68. Okay, so 5 points. That is Turkey done, ending with 179. There's still a chance for Canada to end. I think that actually Canada died, so no, I think that's game. Canada died. Yeah. So it ends with 89 points to 179. Both of them played very well. Okay, 5 and 4 completions each. We will have to end this really quickly now because I do have to set up the next match, which I will be eyeing everyone. I think everyone is getting ready for Azerbaijan to sweep.
We love Azerbaijan.
So I'm expecting everyone to be there for the Azerbaijan game. And yeah, that is what's the list of countries. It's in our Discord server in the description of this video. But we're gonna have to end it soon or right now. So congrats to both of yous, and yep, I'll see you in Azerbaijan.